G'day, my name is Nathan Lindsell and welcome to episode number 25 of the Fine Art of Distraction. So, I am back, baby, yo! Last week I was hit with the dreaded COVID virus and boy oh boy oh boy did it knock me around. I was out of it. But as quick as it came on, it went away as well. So I'm feeling much better now and I thought, hey, why not make some art and get these hands dirty? Yoo-hoo! And I thought, what haven't I done? Or what haven't I done in a while? And I thought, well, I actually haven't done a funnel pour. And a funnel pour is actually one of the first things that I wanted to do, but I haven't done one yet. Because when I first started watching fluid art on YouTube, I found a guy by the name of JMO Painting or JMO Painting. I don't know how I pronounce it, whatever. And he was actually using a funnel to make some art. And then I saw heaps of other artists doing a funnel pour. But the one that JMO was using, he was actually had a funnel with a divider in it. And I'm like, that is so cool. I want to get one. So I got one. But the funny thing is, I got this probably about 8 months ago. Pretty much when I first started doing fluid art. Like, it was the very first fluid art tool that I bought. And it's been sitting on my shelf ever since I started. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use it today. So I'm actually going to be doing a pour that is being inspired by JMO Painting. And yeah, use the funnel with the divider. But before we head over to the table and I'll show you what products I'm going to use, I've got to show you the dry result of, well, now a few weeks ago, because it turned out so cool. Now, you might remember, it was the one that I used US Floetrol for the very first time. And I am blown away with how cool it looks. So, how cool is that? Yoo-hoo! It is sick! Yes! Now, this is actually for my sister and her boyfriend, Jose. And when I did it, I was like, Corinne and Jose, if you don't love this, I am definitely keeping this because this is sick. Even my wife said, yeah, that's not leaving the house. That's going on our wall. And I'm like, well, unfortunately, it was actually for Jose and Corinne. Because Jose was the one that bought me the US Floetrol. So, of course, it has to go to him. But, yeah, I am absolutely blown away with how awesome this thing looks. And the funny thing is, I never use pink in any of my artworks, and this is the first time I've actually used like a pink. And I'm actually really loving it. It's sick! Yeah! Alrighty. So, now that I've told you what I'm going to be doing today, and using this little bad boy here, and I've also showed you the dry result of last week, let's head over to the table. I'll show you what products I'm going to be using, and then, yeah, let's make these hands dirty, shall we? Yo! Thanks, guys. Alrighty then. So here's all the products I'm going to be using today. And as you can see, we've got acrylic paint and we've also got pigments. The acrylic paint that we're going to be using today is from Eraldo di Paolo. And the color is black. I know how much you guys love me saying Eraldo di Paolo. So I'll say it once more. Eraldo di Paolo. I've actually mixed the Eraldo di Paolo black with a brand new pouring medium that I've never, ever used before. Well, I haven't mixed it yet, but I will be using the Holcroft pouring medium. Because I actually don't want to get any cells or any lacing. So I figured I might use a pouring medium that's like shop bought, and hope that I don't get any cells or lacing. The pigments that I'm using are from Health of Mind Art, and I'm using my very favorite blue, which is Bermuda blue, pop purple, pearl white, lime green, and sunflower yellow. Now, if you guys ever get your hands on Health of Mind Art, I strongly advise you, the first one that you buy, Bermuda blue. It is absolutely stunning. You won't regret it. Alrighty. Now, the pigments have actually been mixed using the Shelee Art pouring medium. Now, I've actually been told that I'm allowed to let the cat out of the bag and let you know what ratio the pouring medium is. So, with the Australian version of the Shelee Art recipe, it is, for the pigments, it is 4 parts Taubmans Easy Coat in neutral to 1 part Sonja's Gloss Varnish. So that's 4 to 1, okay? If I was using acrylic paint, it'd be 3 to 1, okay? Now, but with the Shelee Art recipe and the Shelee Art course, it's so much more than just getting the recipe and Shelee actually teaching you how to bloom. There's actually a Facebook group which you only are allowed to join if you pay for the course. And within that Facebook group, there's literally thousands of artists worldwide that are there to help. So it's basically a great avenue for you to ask questions and learn about the bloom technique. So if you're thinking about or wanting to get into doing blooms, then definitely jump on the website and do the Shelee Art course. You will learn about the recipe, you will learn about blooms, but then you will also get invited to the Shelee Art paid Facebook group, where you can ask as many questions as you want about art and also blooming. Alrighty. As you've noticed, I've got my funnel, and I will be using my spinner as well, because what I'm actually wanting to do is, as I lift, so I'm going to sort of pump the funnel up and down as I'm spinning it. So I'll spin it a little bit, then pump it up, spin it a little bit more, pump it up, spin it, pump, spin, pump, until it's all empty. Alrighty. And what I'm actually going to be doing with this little divider, I'm going to have the blue, purple, and white opposite each other, and the yellow, green, and white opposite each other. So it's going to go blue, white, purple, blue, white, purple, green, white, yellow, green, white, yellow. Okay? So I'm hoping that it looks like a nice bit of candy when I finished. Well, fingers crossed that's what happens. I've also got my blowtorch there to get rid of any air bubbles, and I've also got a skewer to get rid of any of the air bubbles that I'm having trouble getting rid of. And I will be using a hexagon canvas. So it's a 12-inch canvas, but how they actually measure the 12 inches from this bit just here. So that's 12 inches across there. Okay. Alrighty guys, now that I've showed you what products I'm going to be using, I'll clear off all of this, I'll make the paints, and yeah, we'll get these hands dirty, shall we? You! Thanks guys. Alrighty then, so as you can see, we've got the paints mixed up, and I just got to show you this blue because it is definitely probably the nicest blue that I have ever, ever, ever seen. So this is Bermuda blue. So as I said, if you ever get the chance to get Health of Mind Art pigments, definitely get yourself this Bermuda blue, because wow, it is such a stunning blue. It's the pop purple. Pearl white. Lime green. Sunflower yellow. And then last of all, Eraldo di Paolo. And that's black. And you can see that it's quite a thin mixture. Probably using the wrong color to show the mound on a mound. But yeah, you can sort of see that the paint sinks away quite quickly. Alrighty, so let's clear this off. We'll chuck the canvas on, and then I'll do a flood coat or a base coat, whatever you want to call it, of black, and then I'll start filling up the funnel, and then we're gonna pump it up and down as we're spinning the Lazy Susan. Alrighty, thanks guys. So before we actually put the funnel down, we need to find the center. So let's just go like so. And just for argument's sake, we'll do the last one as well. I only needed to do those two, but I'll do this one as well. Alrighty. So there's center. Might just give it another blowtorch, just because lots more air bubbles have popped up. Alrighty. So we actually put the funnel into the actual paint itself. Now, Now we actually take out the divider. Now, as I was like lifting it up, silly me was actually moving my hand. I wish I had like some sort of creation that just sort of went straight up and down because it started to shift. But oh well. All right, now let's spin this bad boy out. So I was just moving the weight of the paint down that way a little bit. I can't believe it. There's a hair right in the middle. Actually, no, it's not a hair. I don't know what they are. There's a whole heap of... They look like fishing hooks. Looks like there's a whole heap of them. How bizarre. Alrighty guys, what do you reckon of this bad boy? Yee-hoo! La 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 arriba! You beauty! How sick is that? To me, that looks like one of those like movies where you're going through like the clouds and all that sort of stuff. Except you're on all types of hallucinatic drugs. This is sick! I'm absolutely loving like all those like cloudy lines and this is wicked cool. There's only one really weird thing that I don't understand what it is. It looks like there's a bunch of hairs. There's like one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. There's like hundreds of little hairs, but they're not hairs. I don't know if it's something in this pouring medium. Or what? Because I've never used this pouring medium before. I've actually never used a shelf bought pouring medium before. And yeah, there's like, it looks like there's little hairs, but there's not. I'll bring you down for a close up so I can show you what I'm talking about. See, like, all those... Look at these hands! Oh my golly gosh! Look at these hands! But yeah, like... Look at all those. Then I don't know what they are. It's like... the paint is held on to the air bubble or something like that, and it's like it's moved because like yeah, there's I don't know. Can you see all those like they look like hairs, but they're not. That is so bizarre. But anyway, like, look at all these lines. They're sick. Well, it didn't turn out as good as I thought it was going to turn out, but you know what? I actually really love how this turned out. The vision that I had in my head is not what turned out on there, but I'm happy with what turned out there. That's so cool. It looks like, you know, like when in a movie where they're just about to fly through a whole heap of clouds, that's what I get sort of that vibe. It's like, woo! It looks like a rabbit just about to go through the warp hole. I think if I was going to hang it on the wall, that's the way I'd hang it, like that. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode. I had a lot of fun doing this. And oh my god, you know I've had fun when I have hands like this. Alright, guys. If you think I'm deserving of a thumbs up, please give us a thumbs up. I'd love a thumbs up. And if you feel like subscribing and you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, but then also hit the little dark bell. That'll indicate when I actually upload a new video. And if you think any of your friends or any of your family might like to see me create this or to see me create any of my other pieces, please forward it on to them. I'd love for them to have a look at it as well. Alright guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. I had a lot of fun doing this, and this is the fine art of distraction.